How's it going, everybody? It has definitely been a while. Haven't been doing the greatest, but we're back. We are here, and just checking to see if things are going where they're needing to be going right now. Um, Looks like we're having an issue with the connection to YouTube. That is alright, I guess. It's not the end of the world. Um, yeah. So, we're gonna be doing some car configurations. Just gonna be doing some tuning in that, really. I haven't really done much off-road tuning in this game yet, so I figured I might as well give that a go. See how this car handles and see what we need to change about it. I believe we're all-wheel drive. We got decent power. I want to see how it handles because I do have the ability to adjust everything. These are its default settings though. So we're gonna see how it handles. Okay. Um, I'm so used to driving the hypercars. Do I need to change up my wheel settings any for this? I don't think I'll need to change up my wheel settings right now. Maybe a little. Ooh, that did not want to go to the left, to the right. Alright, so engine, obviously. It's like, I guess I really shouldn't be tuning it on road, so let's see here. We do have this off-road section we could go and practice on, which actually is a decent amount of off-road. But I think we'll just come up to here, do a quick little fast travel, and before we do that, we'll put a ping right here, and we'll do a fast travel to there. Pretty much we're just gonna see about getting oh, YouTube is catching live. Okay. This wasn't showing up properly. Do There we go. Alright. I don't want to hit this drift zone. So we're gonna avoid that. Okay. Alrighty, so my thoughts right now. S really wants to take control, which isn't like the end of the world. Ooh, maybe it is. Alright. The rear is wiggling. It's like it's too loose. With that being said, here we go. I believe it's the bump that I'm having an issue with because it's getting in a little too soft there. So we're going to bring that to 5.5. We're going to bring you to 4.5. I want this to be a little bit stiffer. And we're going to bring that to there. Next thing I think I want to do here, differential. Ooh, we've got 90 power each wheel. Let's go down to 65, 65, see how that goes before we finish that. I'll bring you to 25. Alright. Alrighty, there we go. We're getting there. So with that, my thoughts are differential to the back still needs a little bit of a change here. So we're gonna bring that down to around 55. Alright. Alright, still wiggles a little too much on the getting back, which tells me damping. Front's fine. It's the rear. The rear is still a little stiff. Well, soft. I do want to increase that as well, so we'll go with a 6. We'll see how that's handled. Alrighty, come on. Let's first get back to the road here. Alright, first gear does not have that much power at all, actually. Alright, we're almost there, almost there. Alright. Start back at the bottom here. Alright, dead stop, no e-brake, full gas, full throttle right off the rip. Let's see how she goes. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some gearing changes we'll need to do, but it is still stock, so those will come after we've done the engine modifications. But here we go. I feel like, actually, before I do this, I feel like after that test there, I do want this to come down to 45. I'm going to keep the top at 25, but I'm going to bring this down to 63. Gonna see how that goes. And ready, set, go. Full throttle. Alright, so we've got a bit of lag between takeoff and actual kick. Alright, so front still is not getting the power that it wants. The rear is overtaking more than it needs to be, so as much as I don't want to go to front bias off-road, I'm thinking for myself personally that those are going to be more ideal for me. But we will find out. It is definitely something I'm not like a fan of. But we'll see how it goes. Or do I just do more differential, actually? Because I know if I keep that at 65, we'll keep rear power, which will allow me to be able to rip out of corners if I need to. So we'll bring that to 40. But with that change, I also now need to make sure that I have the ability to take that control with the front. Ooh, which means I also need to mess around with anti-roll bar a little bit. We want a little bit stiffer at the back. I think that's where we're gonna go. It's like, do we go from 11 and bring it up? Or do we leave it? That is the big question. Yeah, I think I will bring it to 12. We'll bring it to 12 for now. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so the front doesn't want its control. Let's see here. Telemetry. what do we have going on with the springs? I know that the softer ones are technically better for off-road, but if we've got... No, it wouldn't be bounce right now. It wouldn't be bounce. It would definitely end up being a situation of the camber, but I feel like for off-road, that's the ideal. Now we're getting some mad negative camber, actually. That's probably the leading factor. Alright, let's half throttle through this. We're gonna purposefully dodge that. Give me a moment here. See, I'm not liking what I'm seeing with the ass just wanting to take over in the corners. That's the thing that I'm not liking. Which is why I'm thinking I'm gonna have to bring this to being more front bias. So we're just gonna jump right to 45. We're gonna bring telemetry off. Oof. No, we could get that better. We'll approach from this angle at that speed zone. Because why not? Alright, so it would seem that the steering is also the other thing that I don't want to have to change my wheel settings to drive rally, but I might have to. Do. Give me a moment here. We're gonna try something out. See if that it makes a difference or not. My card. Get out of the bush here. Pull up the Moza app here. Connect via Bluetooth. Alrighty. Entering car. Advanced settings. Force feedback's good. That's good. That's good. Do do do. Hmm. Alright. So, if we do that there, we do that there, we leave those there, we bring that to that, and I'm thinking B6. We're gonna go bring that up a little bit. Alright. We'll go there. And we'll see how that's done. Alright, so we still have some issues to work out. Now then. We'll just put a ping back down to here. And head on back. Alright. She's doing a little better. Definitely can't be driving this the way I want to be driving. It's like I'm trying to drive this like it's a street car, but it's not a street vehicle, it's a rally vehicle. Oh, I lost control there. Did we save it? Not enough. Alright. I feel like eventually we're gonna have to do a rally course track that we build. Yeah, rally is more about fluttering the gas than it is hammering the gas all the time. Yeah, because rally, either my gears are too aggressive, which that they very well could be, or I'm just not used to the rally concept, which could very well be the case. Because, yeah, you know what? First, we're gonna try something here. I will do the longer of the two just because I like the map configuration a lot better. Nope, we are going performance class. We're getting in my Camaro. I have tuned this lovely bad boy up. It is not finished by all means. I still have some final tweaks that I want to make. Gotta finish adjusting the gears for the engine, and I've got to make a few more slight tweaks to some aero, but right now should do pretty good. Full hammer. Alrighty. Yeah, the wheel is definitely set up more for GT and hypercar. Now this next turn's the fun one. Let's see if I can get it on the first try. Oh, nope. Yeah. Oh, recover, recover. Yeah, we didn't recover. So, I'll rewind that. We ended up going too far to the left when we passed that first off ramp there. Always ends up getting me. I feel like I've gone too far inside after I'm coming up to it. And then I always end up overcompensating. Ooh. Well, come on. We can make that corner. We know we can. It'll be so beautiful when we do it. Get positioned and yeet to the right. Ooh. Alright. That was full throttle. This is all full throttle, this whole section here. No brakes. That is the purpose of this up until around here coming up. And we do full brakes. Turn. And a little... Oh, we missed it. Didn't brake long enough. That's fine. No. I forgot to throttle control for second gear. Yeah, the second still needs a little bit of adjusting because it's a little bit too powerful still. for automatic transmission, but everything else though right now. Ooh. Saying all this, meanwhile, trying to drive it on a wheel that I haven't fully set up. I'm going, woo, it's great. But being able to actually feel things is kind of nice. I still gotta get used to it though. Controller, not bad. Wheel, a little different. Yeah, because you gotta really have that centering down. I might have to just strengthen up the wheels so that way I actually feel the heaviness of the corners a little bit better. Yeah. I need to change. Which setting would it be? Give me a quick moment here. We will restart. This would be max steering speed. Let's bring you up to 75%. Let's see if that makes it run a little bit better. Should we do controller run? Yeah, let's do a controller run real quick. It's not as easy to recorrect, but and what I mean by recorrect is like small steering adjustments, not as easy on controller to make mid-corner changes. Yeah, can't fix the line that easy on controller. Much better. So I think it is going to be something with the wheel setting. Yeah, it's definitely a wheel setting. Whee! Alright, so with that being said, that means I've still got a few things that I gotta work out on the Moza. Oh yeah, this one's a center sweep, not an outside sweep. This one's the outside sweep. Outside. Oh, we didn't get in position fast enough. That's the issue here. Outside. Inside. Throttle control. Throttle control. Not brake, throttle control. Or I could just fully bug it. Throttle control, my man. Alrighty. Forget. Gotta be straight line stopping for this one. Because it's a downhill approach, which means we've got a little extra inertia. Ooh. Quit sliding, man. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, second is definitely my gear that messes me up the most. Just because I want to throttle hard. And I throttle way too hard for it right yet. It's like, it's great for if you want this beautiful beast to drift. But we don't want it to be a drifty vehicle. Like there, all because I added gas and I was in second. I didn't watch the throttle. I got messed over there. But that's fine. We know that we still need to work on second. First gear needs to come out a little bit longer, so that way it's got a bit more length to it. Second gear needs to be a little bit longer as well, but once we find first in the final drive, oh, we should be laughing once we find first on the final drive, because I feel like second is a good position away from first. It's just the power difference between them is very much ridiculous. That's brake control there. That was the issue. This is all like half throttle in here. Yeah, and see, I want to be throttling so much harder. But I know if I try, I'm just gonna slide. In those moments, I guess I could be implementing the e-brake, but in all honesty, I don't feel like e-brake is something you would be doing. Oh yeah, I'm in a much faster car. This is not sweepable. I feel like e-brake throws me into too much of a slide. And we're wanting to fight the slide as much as it is already. We've got a lot of torque. We've got good grip up in the front. We got good connection in the back. Our weight distribution is pretty decent. Ooh. I'm saying all this while I'm currently driving like ass. But it's like in some situations it's not bad. Like that. E-brake could have saved me. Who's to say? Heard a bunch of sounds there for a second. Oh, it's the chain link fence. I thought that someone was knocking at my door for a moment. Ringing the bell. Oh. Missed a checkpoint, did I? Yes. Yes, I did. Going through the woods here. Yeah. Got so distracted I wasn't even paying attention to what I'm doing here. Let's get ourselves out of the woods completely with the rewind, if we can. Oh, we can't. Eh, I almost had it. For a drink we went. Yeah, Gear 2 really is gonna be the death of me on this car. Fuck it. We'll go full speed. Nah, that was a bad idea. And I knew that that was going to happen at the end because of the way that they have this whole thing designed. Although that is technically a strat. That is not a shortcut that you want to be making. It definitely has been a while. I'm forgetting that my own map is literally about testing your reaction time. How good your car can handle things. And how well you know your car. Eh. And here I am just being a buffoon with it. Second is really gonna kill me though on this one. That's the issue, is second is still just... It's like I love the power it has, but it's more aggressive than I can handle. And the silly part is, that's actually my best time. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah. So, that has been what I've been playing around with for the last little bit. It is tuned quite nice. I do enjoy it. There will be some changes to the streaming platform and everything in the next little bit. Um, things are going to be taking quite a big change. Um, I've got my PC coming in, and once it's all set up, definitely going to be playing a couple of different games more often. Things that I'm definitely looking forward to be playing again. 7 Days to Die. Not sure why, just that game always tickles something fun for me. Potentially might get Mecha Camellia. That is to be determined still. But once we've got that, one of the first things I feel I should do, just for you guys and for myself, is I am going to fully do the Bioshock games. Well, at least the three that I have. Bioshock 1, 2, and Bioshock Infinite, I believe. Um, or Infinity, whichever one it was. The joys of being dyslexic. But those are going to be some things that we want to be doing. It's going to be a little bit of fun. Alright, we did that with the controller. I should do it with the wheel. I'm feeling like I want the centering strength to be higher, though. Advanced. Wheel spring strength. We're going to bring up to 85. Alright, that's where we'll leave things for now. We are Alright, we've got some shaking with the wheel, but that's alright. Ooh. Oh. Let's redo that. I got distracted by thinking about all the shaking in the wheel here. Maybe that's a road sensitivity situation, but at the same time, I want to be able to feel the road. Although if the force feedback is just making it harder for me, maybe I shouldn't be using it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the line. Can we make this one first try too? Oh. That's not horrible, but Guess you can't get both of them beautifully. Oh, I got distracted there. My cat's come out. He is looking at me after pawing at my leg. And he is wondering if I'm going to feed him early. That setting change did make a decent difference. Whew. Yes, I promise you will be getting fed. Don't worry. Don't you worry your sweet little fuzzy head. So, oh, too soon, too soon. Ah, I should just straighten out here and then resume. Yes, little man. Soon. I'm just getting fully distracted by him right now. I'm not even getting back to paying attention to this. Oh, he is adorable, though. No, he is super adorable, but I need to actually be focusing here. See, it's so much easier on the controller to get the rebound because you just let go of steering and you're centered. On the wheel, you actually have to properly do things, which I like, but oh, I think I know what it is that I'm not messing with right now that I need to. It's an in-game setting, not a wheel setting. This one's the center sweep. This one's an outer sweep. And you're just able to go straight after with the controller. But you definitely need to have everything on point. The other thing would be wheel rotation speed in the Moza app, which determines how much I need to move the wheel before it feels things type of deal. Which I didn't think was the issue, but it might be. Because the elasticity of getting back to center, maybe I just need to make it more stiff, but that is something I will still have to play around with a little bit more to fully understand. This one's the throttle control hill. I gotta come off the gas there, and then I can hammer it back down. Oh, not too much though. You want to keep straight. Yeah, I need to fix second and first, really, is what I should be focusing on with this build right now. But it's just so fun in all the other gears. You see what I'm saying, though. Yeah, so first definitely needs to be fixed. I'll show you what I mean by that right here. Doesn't even get into the red. Which, it's not horrible. Because for manual, automatic, you want a car that changes gears before it redlines, you know? The issue is the way they are right now is second gear gives so much torque to the back that it just wants to break loose all the time. Which isn't horrible if you've got your wheel and everything set up properly, you know how you're drifting, you kind of mastered the art of it already, type of deal. I'm not much for drifting, to be honest. I've never been great at it. I can control an accidental drift inside of a race sometimes. Yeah, alright. We got some wheel settings to play around with for sure. Because those don't really feel like they did much. Not enough speed reduction. You know, Bellamy, I'm just gonna blame you for all of my mistakes now because they've all been happening since you got up. Yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it, buddy. It's your fault. You're distracting me with your cuteness. Yeah, he knows it's not his fault. I wonder if it's more of a need to change the wheel from being it's like I don't want to mess with the damping because I really like being able to feel the vehicle and how it handles on the road. It was just wheels locked. Oh, we're out. And we're sliding. Sliding. Trying to keep traction under my wheels. Second is a pain in the ass. So yeah, as you can see, first and second still need some adjusting. My Moza still needs some adjusting because, ooh, if you could see how it is shaking. Ooh, it really wants to fight me there. Why did you pull me as soon as you hooked up to the road? Ooh. Yeah. is adorable. Sorry, you guys can't even see him either. My cat, he is sprawled onto his back and exposed his belly, and he is just pawing at me, doing the whole, "You want to feed me early, don't you, Papa? Right, Daddy? You want to feed me early, right, Dad? That's what you want to do that, don't you?" Honestly, you're adorable, little man. You are truly adorable. But not happening. You know you have a schedule. Your mother and I keep you to it. Ugh. Back to full tilt speed, where we can actually control the steering, because our ass isn't letting loose all the time. Yeah, it's got quite the aggressive shaky back and forth here. Man, my wheel is really shaking. Missed. Yeah, why is it that turning the wheel back takes so long? I don't want to have to bring my max steering angle down, because that messes up everything else so much. Am I going to have to make it so that I've got more accuracy at full lock, or... But then that messes up these moments here so much more. Decisions. Yeah. Eh. Can't go from a straight dead still to an ass whip like that. Yeah. Getting back to center once you start doing that. Do I need to change the setting down? Make it less intense, maybe? shorty cut. Not really. Okay, so the settings that I changed obviously have not helped. If anything, I feel like in some areas they've made it worse. I felt like 720 would be alright, but maybe I gotta go to 630. Itchy ankle. Yeah, that seems a little too intense in that moment on the wheel. How do you handle off? You become quite wobbly without any intervention from my part. Oh, I didn't think I was tired, but man, I think my meds are kicking in a little here. Oh yeah, that was definitely. Oh, my eyes just wouldn't open after that blink. Alright, there's a new set coming along. Oh, hey! Yes, I did make this one. I am just driving it around right now. I'm sorry I didn't realize that you guys were messaging there. My apologies. But yeah, it's I tuned this up. It's more so the getting used to the wheel that I'm having the fun with right now. Because controller, this thing was beautiful. But on the wheel, I've got to get that centering back to center thing going a little bit better. Eh, she don't like to stay centered once it get wiggling. I think it's the centering strength that I gotta change. Trust me, Kendra, I am very much enjoying the big TV. Especially if I go into. Is it this button that I set it to? Or what one did I set the change camera view to? Settings. Controls. Do, 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 do. Camera. I think I passed it. Rewind, activate, ping, shift, drive camera. That's auto drive. Switch camera. There we go. So, if I go into this setting, I feel like I'm actually driving, and it is quite fun. Well, if you guys are wanting to do some Call of Duty and that, I think I could make some time for it this coming week. I know that this weekend I've got a buddy who wants to hang out. Ooh, the only issue with this view is I can't see shit around me. I like being able to see the angle of the vehicle. But yeah, I tuned it all up myself, made the track and everything, and Ugh, didn't get enough of a swing there on the ass. And that's the end of this one. That's only 30 miles. But yeah, I could be down to do some zombies with you guys later. I was honestly gonna probably just be on this for. Well, actually, I gotta feed the cat here in a second. So, I might call the stream quits. But if you guys would like to play for an hour or so before I go and pick the misses up, we could definitely do that. Do accuracy near center, but less accuracy near full lock. It's like that one's not. I don't think that that's the issue that I'm dealing with right here. That would depend on the time tomorrow. Got plans in the afternoon. But depending on if you're on in the morning, might be able to play in the morning. So it's not any of these. Larger the value, the less prominent the loss of traction. Nope. Resistance, movement of the steering wheel. Alright, we might want to bring that up. And is it too high right now? We'll see. We're bringing it up a bit. Monday would probably be a guarantee day that we could play. That's for sure. Just because, as far as I know, I've got no plans on Monday. And sorry, Jason, that I didn't see you message too. If you're still there, you could say hi too, you know. I didn't mean to ignore you. I promise. Steering rotation. I think I am going to bring. Oh, that was brought to 720. Alright. I think we're gonna do an 810. That or we're just gonna go straight to the flat 9. Because I think that that's some potential in there. Yeah, because we were at 720. Yeah, so if we go 810 for the full rotation, that should be a little bit better without being too bad. I see, I see. So I missed his messages there. My bad. That soon won't be an issue though, because I am going to be having a much better setup soon. That way I can actually have chat and that beside me and in a visible spot rather than me having to look full 90 degrees to my right to look over at the laptop screen. So, in the next little bit, some fun things are going to be changing for me. It's going to be quite nice. I've got I've got some nice new toys. It's going to be pretty. With that and that done, I'm thinking here in the advanced controls, we want to bring this to there. So what are you up to right now, Kendra? Wheel spring strength, we will bring that down to 75. Natural inertia. That one's the one where we want to bring it a little bit more. Alright. I will be right back to the headset. He has now started clawing at the side of the couch here during the whole "It's dinner time, father. Why aren't you feeding me yet? How dare you? How dare you?" So I must go and appease the little man. Make sure that he doesn't go crazy. Oh, that's not fun for your stomach to be hurting like that. I definitely understand that, though. Because it's like, whew. Some days I've got good tummy days, other days I got bad tummy days. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not fun. Well, I will be right back. Um, Gonna do small adjustments to some gearing potentially. I don't want to play with the differential anymore. Anti-roll bars and damping are pretty much good as they are for this. Alignment looks like it's weird, and I get it, but it works. Damping we have pretty decent. I might play around with it a little off camera. Diff is good. So I'm pretty sure the only thing that we need to be fixing is our gearing. It looks a little messed up. I get it looks messed up. But the idea is we want first gear to be stopping somewhere around the 30, 45 mile an hour. That allows it to stop just before the massive torque kicks in. But we want to be in second gear before the torque kicks in, which is where the tricky part comes in because we need to catch traction just before the torque so that we've got the traction already. So that way when the torque comes in, we can get this bitch going and get into our 120, 150 range. From there, we've already got these all set up for speed. They are already in the positions they need to be. And from there, it's like tire pressure could come down a little bit, which will help with the overheating that's happening. Yeah. Because if we go tune browser, that one says it's got better top speed, but we go a lot faster. We go as fast as, well, as fast as that vehicle there. Yeah, so fun times, fun times. Everyone's trying to get proper numbers on here. Alright, I gotta feed the cat. I'll be right back. Actually, rather than being right back, it has been a few hours. It's been like an hour and a half. You have yourself a good night there, Kendra. Catch you on Monday for sure. Yeah, you know what? I think we will call it there. It's been an hour and a half. It's been a bit since we've been streaming, so we won't push ourselves too far today. Because once things are back up and in order, I do want to put more effort into being online more. I enjoy it. I know people enjoy it. Well, I know people will enjoy it. Because I got a personality, you know? So, you guys have yourselves a lovely time. Thank you for everyone who stopped in today. I know, little man, I'm sorry. It's 8 minutes past time to feed you. Alright. Thanks again, everyone. You guys have yourselves a lovely one. And I promise that in the next stream, I will start it with a proper thank you to everybody who has been following along and watching up to now. And, yeah. Thanks.